premier golf courses, from its pristine 18-hole course layout to its amazing pro shop. Jason Linhart and the staff at Ocala Golf offer everything that you need for your golf outing. That's the Ocala Golf Club. Experience country club style golf at municipal prices. You won't go wrong with the Ocala Golf Club. Call them for a tee time today, 352-401-6917.
This is Ocala Talks with Tom Schmidt, bringing stories that are important to our community in and around Ocala. Plus, of course, a splash of sports as well. Now, here's your host, Tom.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks. I mean, now that the mics are back on. Oh, wait, they were on in the break.
They
and
were
I left
never
them
off,
on,
were they?
Then I got Joe Martone calling me, screaming, turn the mics off. And by the way, he's right. It's a bad habit of mine.
Is that a bad habit?
I leave the mics on, and then you hear me talk, and who knows what I'm saying?
Yeah, the terrible
Who
things.
knows?
Well, that's what we were actually having a conversation, so I wondered, did I say anything bad?
You did not.
You sure?
I am.
Okay. Well,
But thank you for Joe Martone for
saving us, because at any minute something
shut
bad,
up and turn the mics off.
bad could have happened.
At any moment, something bad could have happened. So kudos to Joe Martone for calling me and saying, shut up and turn the mics off.
Well, he is the keeper of you.
Let's go out to the phone lines. We got a caller on the phone. That means you got to put a headset on.
Oh, good God. It's a lot to remember.
Good morning. You're on Ocala Talks.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning. Yes, to sugar or no sugar.
No sugar.
Well, I had two aunts that put in a super secret amount of diced carrots while the sauce was simmering.
For the acid, yeah. There's a lot of old wives' tales to that.
My father went with sweet basil and ground cloves instead of sugar.
Yeah, I use basil, but I don't use cloves.
Two takes on it, and then I will.
Thanks, Jim.
Wish you a good morning, and hang up for your answer.
Thanks, Jim.
Yeah,
sweet
basil I use.
Yeah,
I do not use cloves.
I do know a friend of mine that he's an Italian guy. His grandma said, if you finely dice up 2 whole carrots, but dice them up so that they blend in, that the sugar from the carrots will help take the acid away.
Yeah.
I hate carrots. You know what takes the acid away?
Making it
2
right.
teaspoons of sugar.
Letting it simmer long enough takes the acid away.
2 teaspoons of sugar.
And getting the right tomatoes takes the acid away.
I'm talking about a 4-gallon pot.
I'm talking about
teaspoons.
No need. If you make it right,
2 teaspoons.
If you do it right, you don't need it.
Mine is right. Yours is wrong.
I don't know. We're going to have a little sauce off.
Hey, so what do you got going on this weekend?
Well, I guess I'm going to be making sauce now. And when is the weekend? Is it tomorrow?
I am making sauce this weekend as well.
Does it start tomorrow, the weekend?
No, starts at 11:05.
This afternoon? Yeah.
No, by the way, 11:05 is still the morning.
In the morning, I know. Well, I have my favorite sport today, and that's going to lunch.
Well, there you go.
So I'm going to lunch, and then I might stop by the office because I got to be Guido and collect some money today. And
hey, Rocco, Moose, help the judge find his wallet.
It's Friday. You got to go collect the rent. And
it's one of my favorite lines in Caddyshack is at the end when Rodney Dangerfield wins the bet with Judge Schmales, Ted Knight's character. He goes, Judge, how about my money? You'll get nothing. Yeah, I thought so. Hey, Rocco, Moose, help the judge find his wallet.
Yep.
I know a couple. By the way, I could have at one time in my life been to who they were referring to as Rocco or Moose.
The collector.
I could have been that guy.
Yes, my dad was that guy.
I could have been that guy.
My dad used to take me when he went to collect rents. It was always a good time.
The reason I asked what you're doing this weekend.
Please elaborate.
Because I have lots of things that you could do.
Oh, well, do tell, because I never know what's going on
this
from
weekend,
1 minute to the next.
Tally's Folly is still going on at the Ocala Civic Theater.
Lovely.
It is a play set in Missouri in 1944 with 2 kindred spirits with very different pasts are brought together by love. It's on stage through March 21st. For tickets, you can go to OcalaCivicTheater.com or call 236-2274. And Tally's Folly actually won a Pulitzer Prize as a play.
Did it?
And if you're a play and win a Pulitzer Prize,
that's pretty good.
It's written good. I actually read this play in college, and to read a play and really enjoy it is hard to do.
Have you gone and seen it?
I have not,
You
but
should.
I would like to.
Maybe this weekend.
The Ocala Symphony Orchestra. The Ocala Symphony Orchestra Percussion Ensemble will perform an in-person and live streaming event March 20th. That is
that Maddie Wardell?
Is that tomorrow? Yep.
Yeah.
Admission is $10 for students, $18 for adults for the in-person experience at the Riley Arts Center.
Right.
Live streaming, however, free.
Free. Nice.
You can go to RileyArtsCenter.com. You know, it's in town, a staple of our area.
What's that?
The Southeastern Pro Rodeo.
Is it? Again? I thought the rodeo was 2 weeks ago.
It returns to the Southeastern Livestock Pavilion.
Nice.
You can go to OcalaRodeo.com for more information. The Rainbow Springs Art Festival's this weekend.
Is that in Dunellen?
The nonprofit Rainbow Springs Art Gallery plans a socially distanced art festival from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. in front of the gallery. That's on West Pennsylvania Avenue in downtown Dunellen. Food vendors and music. You can call the gallery at 445-8547 during business hours or visit rainbowspringsart.com. Florida Horse Park is also having the Winter H2 featuring show jumping, dressage, and cross country. Shows run throughout the day, March 19th and 20th. That's today and tomorrow. Go to flhorsepark.com for more information. Winter Spectacular 11. The National Snaffle Bit Association will host the NSBA Hunter Jumper Winter Spectacular 11 through March 20th with a $4 million prize at the World Equestrian Center. Visit horseshowing.com for more information. And then also at the World Equestrian Center tonight from 5 to 8 p.m. Free parking and admission tonight, 5 to 8 p.m.
What is it?
Jeff Jarrett playing at the World Equestrian Center.
Oh, very nice.
Nicholas Marks does flamenco pop at the World Equestrian Center. He will be doing that March 20th. So visit wec.net for more details. Of course, then there's the Monochromatic March. It's always going on at the Marion Cultural Alliance. It runs through March 27th. That's at the Brick City Center for the Arts. Horse Fever rides again, also going through March 27th. That's the Horse Fever 2020 herd. And you can go to Circle Square Cultural Center lobby. That's it on top of the world. It's open to the public and free of charge. You can see all the horses. I've been there to see it. You should see 19 of the horses, not 20 of them.
Why? What's the?
You probably should stay away from the legacy horse. The legacy horse is a commemorative horse to
Chief Greg Graham.
So you probably Visit csculturalcenter.com for the details on that. It's Color Pencil. That's the College of Central Florida's It's a Color Pencil exhibit in partnership with Color Pencil Society of America. That's in the Weber Gallery on the CF campus. It goes through March 25th. And the Appleton Museum of Art, Memories and Inspiration to Carrie and C. Betty Davis collection of African-American art continues through the 28th of March. Luminous Worlds, painting by Kristen Herzog, runs through June 27th. And the Art of Adventure, serigraphs by Clayton Pond, will remain up to April 25th, all at the Appleton. So there's a lot to do.
There's a lot going on.
That people can take advantage of.
Little news update.
By the way, our Savior just walked in.
Joe Martone?
Joe Martone, who saved us.
The keeper. Well, before I got a little news.
He'll walk in and say, "Hey, moron, you had shut off the mics right in front of you." And it is right here.
Right there in front of you. And you didn't do it.
No.
Listen, I saw yesterday that, and I don't know if it went out as a press announcement or not, but City Council, there's 3 seats up for re-election this go-round come August, I believe.
Matthew Wardell.
No, Justin Grable, Brent Molliver, and Jay Musley. And right. Justin Grable announced yesterday he would not be running for re-election. I had talked to him a few months ago, and he wasn't sure which way he was leaning to go. But he made the decision, I guess, and he's not going to run. And Justin's a good friend, and he was a good city councilman. I hate to see him go.
Well, people said that he had aspirations of higher.
That is, yes. Justin is young and he's good and he should go higher. He'd be a good elected person. He understands the concept of being, a good elected person. And, he worked for Nugent forever. Yeah. And so he's got some good experience under his belt. He would be good to go further. But Greg Steen, I believe, has already filed to run in that seat. And I know there's one other coming out, I think this week or next, probably 1st of April, in Jay Musley's seat. So
And I
the
think
elections for city council are heating up.
I think that there may be an outside chance that a former city councilman runs for Brent Molliver's seat.
Is that right?
I've heard rumors. I can't
Wow.
can't divulge the
Well,
information.
that's good to know. I'd like to have more information on that.
But I will tell you, someone who's an accomplished golfer.
I know who you're talking about. So I didn't realize that was the district. I thought it was.
I'll just leave that alone.
Okay.
But speaking of accomplished, accomplishing, calling me and screaming, "Hey, dummy, turn the mics off." Joe Martone's in the building.
I didn't say dummy. I
What
just
did you
said
say, moron?
turn the
Idiot?
damn mics off.
Turn it on. Did we say anything bad? Did I
Not
talk?
that I heard.
Anything that is said over live radio is bad.
Is bad?
If you're not supposed to have the mics on.
That was at 8:05 this morning.
Yeah. Here's the thing.
Well, wait, before you get into the thing, you said you didn't, Sue, you said you didn't get a donut this morning?
No,
I didn't
Susan
get a donut
brought
all week, and then Susan brought me. Did you bring me something?
Well, I
No.
told him to go get the nice, big, fancy cupcakes we have in the refrigerator.
Yeah,
You've been holding out fancy cupcakes all week?
That the executive chef
told him that.
from the WEC made and brought here.
Really?
And if
And
he
he
didn't get it
didn't.
for you, I can't help you there.
And I didn't, and I haven't
But
eaten
that's
them. so
sweet
I
that
haven't
you
eaten
thought
them, so-
about me like
I
that.
know. I
Joe.
don't want
Thank
to. I don't want her to starve to death.
I know. I mean, like I said, I've been here all week. I've been, it's
you
like
say
been like a
Sue live
job.
on WOCA is better than Sue dead on WOCA.
It's like a job, and
shrinking away to nothing. That poor girl.
I have certain standards where I need to be fed. I don't need
wait a minute.
money
We don't go there. No, no,
necessarily,
no.
but
By
if
the
you
way-
feed me, you'll
By
keep
the way,
me happy.
let me show you something I have. What were you saying again? No. What were y'all saying again? What were you saying? What are you saying? I can't. What? What are you saying? I know I did. You're gonna keep hammering me about not giving Sue cupcakes and she's wilting away. See, I am in control of the mics, although I don't turn them off regularly. I'm in
yes,
control of them.
but I have this.
Yeah, he writes the
He
paychecks.
writes the check.
obviously.
Better put his back on. I
You know,
can't. I don't have any leverage
I
with
tell you, there is
so.
a rule of thumb, Sue, that Joe Martone told me. Everybody in radio knows this. There are two things you can never assume.
Go ahead. I want to hear this.
Never assume the gun is unloaded
And?
or the mic is off.
Yeah, if there's a mic in front of you somewhere, it's on. It's
That's-
always hot.
Never assume a gun is unloaded or a microphone is off.
Is that right?
A microphone is always what they call hot.
Hot.
It's on.
Yeah.
Now I walked in the lobby there. I mean, not well.
Yeah,
I call
in
it
the
the
green
cloud
room.
The cloud room.
The cloud room.
The cloud room. Yeah. I see food all over the place.
Well, here's the thing. The food was brought in by my fantastic fiancee, Susan. For Sue.
She heard
because
me
I
say
had-
about the donut.
Right.
Well,
And-
she heard that too.
She heard that too.
And Susan, as Susan was leaving, Susan goes, "There's a bunch of food out here. Do you want me to clean it up?" And what was said?
I said I will take care of it when I walk out.
Cool.
So
I thought it was Tom running out there.
But
No,
back
Tom
in.
didn't do anything
that
for
big
me.
cinnamon bun out there, Joe, is available for you to take a
Yeah,
piece or
all
two
of it.
Oh,
Try
my
it. It was from. It was all very,
big old cinnamon bun.
very good stuff she brought today.
Well, if those people were did she make it or she bought
No,
it?
she
No,
bought
she bought it at a
And
place that
are we
we
allowed to
won't say.
Yeah.
Well, we'll mark it with us then. Hopefully.
You should. You should.
There's your in, Tom.
There it is.
Because it was very good.
It was very
and
good.
It was eaten right here.
And I'd heard about the place and never eaten there. So yes, they should do some marketing.
Well, see, that's so. Usually we say, and that cinnamon bun from was fantastic.
Right. Well,
now,
and
I will say one thing
there
for
was-
Tom. Tom will say if it's good or bad. He doesn't care. He doesn't care if it's on the air or he's unfiltered.
And I'm that way too. But I'm trying to behave. So you ask me to come back maybe one time. I don't
no.
know.
When he turned your mic on, he turned it on hot. You got her mic really hot.
No, she's closer to it than she's been all week.
Oh, okay.
She's been sitting back, leaned back, and enjoying
Is
herself.
that good or bad? Yeah, I was watching one of the videos from the other day. I was like practically laying down. I just got so comfortable. So, yeah. You
Well,
can't-
this
you
is
can't take me
family owned,
anywhere.
related, and it's community. We are the community here.
Some days I
And if
don't
something's
have-
going on, Tom usually or I or somebody will know what's going on, and we pass
Joe.
it on to the rest of the community.
Joe,
Yes, sir, Tom.
The number one question today:
Careful.
sugar or no sugar?
In what?
Sauce.
Gravy.
Sauce, you mean?
Sugar or no sugar?
No sugar.
Hello?
Sorry, no
Did
sugar.
you miss that whole the
tell me.
sugar?
No,
Yeah.
I heard it.
Yeah.
I've been listening all morning.
Joe,
See,
I'm glad
my-
Joe and
my
I are
moms
the
and my
same
grandmoms-
kind of Italian.
My
They did-
mom's,
they
my
did-
grandma, sugar.
No,
Two teaspoons.
but yeah,
well, you do. You started with the tomatoes.
Right.
Then you put tomato paste in it, and that cuts it.
That cuts it.
Tomato paste.
And then
if you
then
simmer it long enough, people, you will not have the acidic problem.
I simmer it for 8-10 hours.
You're not making it right.
Now then you put the brajol in there, and the brajol has the seasoning and the pignols. The pignols, American or what, pine nuts or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
The pignols, and you roll that up and you tie it with, and then you put it, and you know it's done right when you pull it out. You put it on the plate. You cut the string. And it falls apart.
Yeah. But he's exactly right. The pork, the meatballs, the sausage, all of that. You got to cook that all in the pot.
And that takes care.
See, and I don't cook it, and I cook it ahead of time.
No, it's got to cook in the sauce. That's what makes it tender. That's part of the flavor.
Not the way I was taught.
Well, let me ask you both. Now, here's the question with the sauce. After it cooks for 34 hours and it simmers nice, you shut it off, put it in the refrigerator, and for tomorrow, do you serve it right away?
No, well, usually I'm making a meal that night, so I'll use whatever, and then it goes in the Tupperware for storage for the next 2.5 years.
You do not.
And stays the hell out of the Tupperware.
You do not. If you're using the sauce or the gravy, you cook it on Saturday for Sunday dinner.
Yes, that's correct.
When the sauce sits, it just.
That's where it all marries. Is when it sits in the refrigerator.
But you got to have the meat in the sauce.
That's like when you
got it.
Here's what I do. I take
one at a time.
I take pieces of pork and pieces of sausage, and then I braise them and get them braised in the pan with the olive oil and the garlic.
Well, that's not wrong with
then
that.
Then it goes into the sauce after.
Well, that's fine.
But I cook it. I start cooking it in the right. Exactly.
Of course. No. Yeah.
But then it goes into the pot and stays in the pot the entire time.
Right.
Unless somebody with a bigger fork takes it out.
I don't use meatballs.
I'm not a fan of meatballs. I make a good meatball, but I don't always make meatballs with my sauce. But you should.
You're about to revoke my card.
Oh God, I don't.
What do you do?
What?
Well, hold on. Let's take a call first.
Yeah. Okay.
Good morning. You're on Ocala Talks.
Talks.
Yeah. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Jim.
Another spaghetti sauce story. My father had gotten a brand new pressure cooker.
Oh no.
And he was pretty good about reading directions on these things, but something went a little wrong. And there was a stream of spaghetti sauce on the ceiling.
That's common. That is more common when they first came out. That is exactly.
Thanks for the call, Jim.
My mother did the same thing.
Just a fountain of sauce straight in the air.
See, when you say things like that with the sauce, and you got to keep it. That's like making a steak. Everybody gets the steak off the grill on the plate. No. That steak should go on a plate and rest. Exactly. Exactly.
What I do
for at least 3 minutes. Then,
well, before I get my card taken, what I do with a steak is I put the steak on the grill.
Well, logically,
it takes 3 to 3.5 minutes on one side. You flip it, 3.5 minutes on the other side. Then it comes into the house. I put it then into the iron skillet with garlic and butter, and it goes into the oven on 450 for about 2 minutes.
Is it? You like it eating well done?
It is not well done.
No, it's medium well at that point.
No, it's not.
It's not medium well?
First off,
well, how thick is it?
First off, my steaks are 3/4 of an inch thick to start with. They're like that.
So do you like them medium rare?
They're medium rare.
I'm a medium rare person.
When they come out of the oven,
when
they come out of the oven, they're about medium rare.
Yeah.
3 minutes. But you got to understand, people go out and they put the charcoal on and they let the flames die down. As soon as the flames die down, they go put the meat on the grill.
No, that's
charcoal
turn white.
Time.
Yeah,
you got to let the charcoal rest a little while too.
They turn white, then
I don't grill. I'm not a good griller.
But
I fail at grilling.
Now, right up against the break, we got about 5 minutes, so this is plenty of time for y'all to abuse me without it being too much.
Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
Tell us.
No.
Let me hold my chest.
I refuse.
What?
To make lasagna. So.
What do you mean?
I just buy Stouffer's and put it in the oven.
What do you mean you refuse?
I refuse.
Why? Because it's a project? Because it's work?
It's a pain in the...
Oh, dear God. Well, now...
Lasagna's terrible.
From the neck or lower
I have
facility?
to make you lasagna.
Both.
I'll have to make you lasagna.
You know why? You know what my hatred for lasagna is?
What? Who hates lasagna?
I'm going to tell you what my hatred for lasagna is.
Lazy.
He's half Italian.
Here's
You're
what it
half
is.
Italian?
Saturday mornings,
Yeah.
Having to do this for my grandma.
So what?
Making the listen.
It's a pain that it brings back memory. And somebody goes, well, you can buy them made now and just boil them. No, it's still a pain in the neck because it reminds me of what I had to do.
I still have the table my grandmother made the pasta at home, and it's going to be given to my daughter, even if it just sits in a corner and looks for posterity if she doesn't make macaroni.
Listen, I still have the pasta maker that my grandmother had, that my mother had, that I still have, and probably still the towels that you laid the pasta out.
Oh yeah. And when you make fresh pasta, it doesn't take 8 to 10 minutes to boil. No. 3 minutes, it's done.
Is there a bigger mess maker than making fresh pasta?
Well, it depends on the cook.
Making
because fresh pasta's a mess.
It depends on the cook. I don't remember seeing my grandmother with the thing. She did it all by hand with the roller and everything.
Yeah. Now, we had the machine.
Yeah.
And,
now, the only machine I do have, what's the one? Demi-tasse, I think. It looks like a diamond.
The coffee,
you put the coffee pot.
Well, it looks like an hourglass, right?
Yeah, it looks like, but it's all squared off and everything. It looks like a diamond. Yeah. Oh my God! Getting back to the steaks now. When I first started eating steaks, I like my steaks almost like beef jerky. I mean, well done. And they all looked at me, but I know how to cut a steak. You cut it with the grain, and that steak will still fall apart if you have a good steak.
You cut against chew it for an hour and a half, though, because it's shoe leather.
No, it comes out. But now it's medium to well, and it has a little juice in it still. But again, if you cut it with the grain, that steak will fall apart. And French cut it. That's on an angle.
Talking about a big mess and making it.
Well, he's sitting right there.
This is an Italian question to see if either one of you know. Are you familiar with what is a cucciadada cookie?
Describe the cookie for me, because I don't know. I know a lot of cookies. I don't know the name of it.
All right. It would be like a tube.
A tube?
With a filling that I can't...
miniature one.
Well, you can make a big, you can make them small. They're not the size of a cannoli, but they're, cookie size.
Yeah.
And usually you have sprinkles on top. You put the filling in, but the filling is what cucciadada, which is a fig. They're fig cookies.
Yes, it almost looks like a lip pressed down on one side.
Well, we always did ours folded.
It almost looks like a folded cow. It looks like calzone almost, but it's got fig in it.
Yeah.
We didn't say what you said. My grandma just said I'm making fig cookies.
Yeah.
All right, let me ask you this. Again, I always screw this up. It's an Italian pastry, and it looks like a shell.
Cannoli?
No. A seashell.
Oh, okay.
And it's crispy on the outside with a cream, but not a cannoli kind of cream, a harder cream.
So it's not mascarpone in there.
Starts with an S. And I always forget the name.
Yeah.
And there's a bakery in town. I go and I'll take 2 of those or 3, whatever they have. Boom, boom.
They have them.
And it's And
we can't say the name of the bakery or anything.
Of course.
But we will.
You know where it is.
They were on the air with us last year or the year before.
On M.
It's on Magnolia. Yes. It's on Magnolia.
Okay. What's her name? Linda. I think Linda's her name. But yeah.
That's the the Castellos.
Yeah, the Castellos.
Yeah.
Which are part of the Ramputis.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Sorta.
And Sam's there, and
Sam.
Yeah.
Or
Sal.
Yeah, Sam was the dad.
Right.
Costello.
Yeah, okay. There we go.
He passed. That's Joanne Ramputi's father.
Sure.
And Josie Woody.
But
Joanne is Greg's wife.
Joanne is Greg's wife,
okay.
and Josie.
So if you figured out what we're talking about,
sister.
tell them you heard it on WOCA, so they'll come back on the air with us.
Gina Costello, actually. Gina's one of the.
We should start that. We should start a quiz. We'll describe it. If you can figure it out, we'll have gift certificates.
What the Italian cookie is. Yeah, that is a good idea.
Or where the restaurant
But the cucciadada recipe is 3 pages long, handwritten. I have the true family Italian.
Well, what about
recipe.
those little? I call them bow ties, but they flake and they boom. They melt in your mouth.
Hey, here's a question for you to think about and come back with the answer. Tiramisu or cannolis? We'll talk about that next. Hey, ladyfingers, look out. 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
USA Radio News with Lance Pride.
As investigators piece together the movements and motive for the suspect in this week's deadly shootings at 3 Atlanta, Georgia massage parlors, there's debate underway whether he should face hate crimes for the attacks that left 8 people dead, including 6 Asian women. Reports indicate the suspect, Robert Aaron Long, told investigators it was gender motivation, as he is a self-admitted sex addict. The World Health Organization has authorized China to effectively bar American scientists from the probe into the origins of COVID-19. According to the Wall Street Journal on Thursday, the WHO has allowed Chinese officials final say to which American scientists can join the international probe. The House continued partisan politics Thursday, voting to open citizenship for Dreamers. The 228-197 vote was down party lines. Grandstanding, that's the best way to describe U.S.-China summit talks in Anchorage, Alaska Thursday, with each side taking jabs at each other. The summit does continue Friday. USA Radio News.
The following is a paid announcement. The advertiser was paid a marketing fee for a digital campaign. Please make sure to review our disclaimer on our report page.
The new year is here, and the time is now to capitalize on the EV stocks boom in the U.S. markets. The red-hot EV sector is on fire with no signs of slowing down. Here's just one example of what you can get with the information delivery system from Metals Industry Report. The electronic vehicles market could see a compounded annual growth rate of around 21.1% through 2026, turning into a multi-trillion-dollar industry. Text TECH to 48542 for more info on the EV market and to set your investment research strategy to hyper growth mode now with your free subscription to the Metals Industry Report. If you're interested in our hit list of the hottest stocks to look at in 2021, then text the word TECH to 48542. Text now to get your free subscription from Metals Industry Report. We deliver the data directly to your mobile device so you can make decisions as market conditions change. Text the word TECH to 48542. Text TECH to 48542.
You all
Helping Veterans USA. Call 352-433-2320. We help veterans and their families with limited financial assistance, counseling, employment referrals, and a food and clothing bank. You can help in making a huge difference in the veterans' lives we serve by donating food, clothing, household items, or direct financial assistance. All donations are tax deductible. Veterans Helping Veterans USA. 352-433-2320. Thank you for your attention, and God bless America.
Tick-tock. The days fly by, and we find tax season is upon us once again. Not to worry, though. With a reputable CPA firm on your side, you can rest assured that all of your needs will be handled in a professional and thorough manner. Robson, Scribner & Stewart is just that firm. They're there for their clients year-round, not just during tax season, to handle your needs and answer any questions you may encounter. At Robson, Scribner & Stewart, there is no client too small or too large. Their expertise ranges from the single individual to the largest of corporations. Get your return prepared by a professional who will use their years of experience to ensure that your tax return's outcome will leave you in the best possible position. Call them today at 694-4184. Robson, Scribner & Stewart. They're there for you today. Again, that number is 694-4184. Time is of the essence, so don't delay. 694-4184.
Sun and Fun's Aerospace Expo is back and better than ever from April 13th through the 18th. It's not just an air show, it's everything aviation in 2021. And you don't want to miss it. Join fellow aviation enthusiasts as we watch mighty warbirds in flight, vintage bombers to modern fighter jets, and our headlining act, the Blue Angels, as they celebrate their 75th anniversary, where they'll unveil their newest Super Hornet. Watch the night sky gleam with our first ever amazing drone light show, aerobatic flyers, a fireworks display, and Wall of Fire. Our event takes place on 1,000 spacious outdoor acres at the Lakeland Linder International Airport, where you'll have a front row ticket to all the action at Sun and Fun's world famous showcase of the past, present, and future of aviation. Children under 10 are free.